What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the Elephant Nation podcast. Today, I'll be explaining my side of failure and why I think it's very important to accept failure sometimes when it comes to certain things. The reason why I accepted failure into my life is because failure taught me, me failing in general taught me a whole bunch of lessons as a creator when it comes to certain content that might work, some content that might not work. Mainly, I'm gonna talk about the content that didn't work for me or didn't work out for me as I planned it to. But the thing with that is that it's kind of complicated how I'm gonna explain this, but I'm gonna try to explain it in a way that would make sense. But the reason why I accepted failure pretty much is because, okay, so I'm gonna set some examples here. Some pieces of content are still up, by the way. I don't know where they are right now currently, but it's still up and running right now currently. Some of the piece of content that's failed, it's still there if you guys want to check them out. Basically the content with under 10 views on them, that's basically a fail. That's why I'm calling them failures. But they're not the biggest failures though. But anyway, besides the point is that I'm gonna talk about YouTube Shorts mostly because that's where I failed most. I'm not gonna talk about videos that much, because videos and live streams, because those are understandable. But Shorts, I mean that's understandable too to a certain amount. But I don't know. I think I failed more times on YouTube Shorts itself than any other and not other out of all other content on. Sorry, I'm struggling to say words right now. That's why I'm my 8th or 7th time recording this. But anyway, basically, I failed more times on Shorts than any other piece of content I have on this channel currently. It's funny enough. I mean, for some of you might have seen my YouTube Shorts that failed. I can't really call them failures. So let's be real for a second, because they fail sometimes they blow up overnight. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes they blow up overnight. Sometimes they do, or sometimes they don't, and it's fine if they do or don't. But that's the thing, right? Usually when I wake up the next morning, I do check the status every morning when I do wake up around 5 a.m. because that's when the status does update. So I do get up beyond 30 minutes before that, so it doesn't really, the new status does not hit me until half an hour after I wake up. So basically, when I see a YouTube short that's basically under 100 views, I do get concerned somewhat, but I don't get discouraged as much. I do get upset a little bit, like that piece of content was so good, or at least I thought it was good, so I posted it. But the viewers response is different compared to my experience out of it. So I basically look at that piece of content and try to navigate what was wrong with it, or why people didn't like it as much. But sometimes the reason why I say it's not always a complete failure for me when it comes to it, because I don't know, it's weird, isn't it, how YouTube Shorts work sometimes? Y'all know what I mean, right? Y'all post a piece of content on Shorts, it's an up and down roller coaster kind of thing. That's usually how it goes, most of the time. At least with me it does. I don't know about anybody else, but it depends on it. Depends on their content. Depends what they do. But basically, it's I don't know. Like I said, the shorts that are under 100 views, it's kind of iffy how that works. But either maybe a few days prior when that video was uploaded, or the short was uploaded, sorry, or maybe a day after, or maybe the next morning, it would just blow up again. I find that really strange how that works. It's really strange, but it is what it is. I don't complain. I just go for it. I just go with the flow. Because again, even if okay, I might say something about video here. I don't remember which video it is, There's so many videos on this channel, y'all. It's not even funny. I almost said chat because I'm so used to with y'all know I live stream every single day, so I do podcasts once in a while. So yeah, it's kind of like deep into my brain at this point. So I might say chat by accident. So heads up for that. But basically, like, there is so many videos on this channel here that, like, I can't say are complete failures. They're getting closer to that. Like, every time a new video does pop up, they get those videos that actually, like, are way under the view amount that I want them at. They're just down completely compared to, like, most videos today. And it's crazy. To me, that's crazy, but it is what it is, right? At the end of the day, it is what it is. Like I said, I don't complain. I just go with it. But I do learn from the failure. From, like, said video, said live stream, said short. This can go from any platform, by the way. I'm just giving YouTube as an example. Because I think I failed more on YouTube than I failed on any other platform. Multiple times. But I would just say, don't get discouraged. Try to figure out why your piece of content failed. Try to figure out. Okay, let's use a test for school, right? You have a math test coming up, or a spelling test coming up, whatever it is, right? And you failed that, right? Let's say you failed that test that day. Not all of it, but part of the test you failed. So you get like 40 or 50% at least. But you look at the answers that you got wrong. And you think about it. And you sit there and think about it. What did I do wrong there? And how can I improve it in the future? So I can improve as a person. Next time this test comes back around again. It's something that people need to embrace. And I think failure is so important for multiple reasons. That's one of the reasons I think it is. There's another example I can give out is actually just kind of relates to me or anybody else who's starting to do it. Driving. I failed so many times on driving. It's not even funny, to be honest. I don't exactly remember what happened, but if I do remember, I'll make a podcast about it. Maybe I'll talk about it. If you guys want to hear about it, let me know. And I don't know. I basically failed a few times. Got back up on my feet. I discovered why I make it sound like I'm going on a safari for it. But anyway, I basically learned my lesson multiple times. Why I failed so much from it. And I just took the lessons learned from it and I just moved forward with it. See, that's where here's the thing, right? People fail, right? We all fail at something at some point, right? It's not something where you can just run away from failure. You can't run from it. You can't hide from failure either, unfortunate. But the thing is that, yes, I get it. Pause. Let me get one thing out of the way. Failure is scary. Failure is stressful. Don't get me wrong. You have the right to feel that emotion while going through that said failure for said goal. You have every right to feel that. Go through the emotion and figure out why you failed in the first place. Again, this can go for a math test or any test at school or a driving test. This can go for anything, really. Or like how I said earlier, some of my content failed. But I never let it stop me, though. That's the difference. So I encourage y'all to embrace failure. Not for on purpose reasons, but just like for life lessons, because they can teach you a whole bunch of things. Trust me, it's wild of how many things I've learned when it comes to content, driving test, apparently, schoolwork, math test, whatever, etc., whatever it is. I've learned a whole bunch, and I'm super excited to keep going. that's it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys next time. Peace.